I'd like to call this meeting to order. May I have a first? Kate, a second? Mark, all in favor? Let's have a motion to adjourn to executive session for the purposes of personnel and negotiation. May I have first? Lisa, second. Mark, all in favor?
The board has returned. Excuse me? Excuse me? Good evening, everybody. Hi. The board has returned from executive session, and there were no actions taken. Can I have a motion to open the meeting first? Alex, second. Lisa, all in favor? Let us rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Each meeting, we hear from students from different buildings about all the wonderful events going on at their locations. As we begin the 25-26 school year, we are pleased to welcome students from the Lloyd Harbor School.
Good evening, members of the Board of Education. My name is Jack Macaluso, and I am this year's Lloyd Harbor Student Council President. This is Blake Sabatino, the Vice President, Connor Leopard, the Treasurer, and Carter Mullen, the Secretary. We are all very excited for this year. It is going to be amazing. This year's Student Council theme is going to be Kids Helping Kids. Kids Helping Kids is really important because all of us at LHS learn more about kindness and empathy for each other. Over the next few weeks, LHS students will be picking their new class representatives. If you want to run, you will make a speech to your class. After everyone says their speeches, the whole class will vote for 2 people to represent that class. We also have a group of 6th grade ambassadors. These are the other kids who ran for these positions. They will help us find the other representatives by thinking of new ideas and helping us plan different fundraisers. We are looking forward to our first meeting in October so we can start making some official plans. We know it's going to be a great year.
Hello, my name is Connor Leopard. I'm the treasurer for Lloyd Harbor's Student Council. First, I would like to thank you for this opportunity to speak to you tonight. As part of being in the Student Council, my fellow officers and I have the responsibility to help out with LHTV. As many of you know, LHTV is the daily morning news show at Lloyd Harbor School. We share information about events that are going on in school, such as fundraisers, Fun Friday jokes, or Pajama Day. I actually love Pajama Day because I could roll right into school from my bed without even changing. But the only downside, my mom still makes me brush my teeth. In addition to school's updates, we also use the morning to say the Pledge of Allegiance and sing a patriotic song. I'm still new to LHTV, although people from the past student councils taught me a thing or two last year. My fellow officers and I are learning how to use and work the sound check, switch cameras, and scroll the speeches on a teleprompter. I've really enjoyed doing student council with my friends and getting to spend each morning together on LHTV. When I was younger, I always enjoyed watching LHTV and sometimes going on LHTV to see how everything works. I hope to share the same experience for the younger students who have the same interest in I do in student council.
Hello, I'm Blake Sabatino for the I'm the LHS Student Council Vice President. I am happy to be here and share all the amazing things coming up at Lloyd Harbor School this year. I'll be telling you about some of the events planned in the upcoming months. We have some great ideas for the Fall Festival that will be on Halloween. We're going to try to ask the PTG if we can help brainstorm ideas for the Fall Festival. We are also looking forward to Back to School Night, so all the parents can meet their child's teachers and we can show them around the school. For Back to School Night, the students in each classroom will have made something for their parents. One fundraiser LHS has had in the past we hope to also have this fall. That's Treats for the Troops collection at Halloween. We will also be having multiple Spirit Days throughout the year. Each Friday, we ask that students wear their LHS attire to show their appreciation for our school. Once a month, though, we will also have something special like Disney Day. We are still brainstorming, taking suggestions for upcoming Spirit Days. At our first official student council meeting in October, we hope to vote on those special Spirit Days for the rest of the year. We are looking forward to meeting all the new students and showing them all the great things at Lloyd Harbor School. We're excited to have a fun year at Lloyd Harbor.
Hi, I'm Carter Mellon. I'm the LHS Student Council Secretary. I will be talking about some of the school spirit days and fundraisers we do during the school year. Blake mentioned that during the school year, we have spirit days once a month to show our school pride. Later in the year, probably near spring break, we're going to have a full week of spirit days with ideas like Sports Jersey Day, Crazy Hair Hat Day, and Decades Day. One new idea we had was Crazy Sock Day, and we hope to hear other fun ideas from the 6th grade ambassadors and new class representatives in coming weeks. Every year, some of our fundraisers focus on helping others at holidays. For example, we will host a Thanksgiving food drive where everyone brings in cans or boxes of food for a local charity, like the Helping Hands Rescue Mission. One idea we have to get more students involved could be making a friendly competition between the different grade levels. For the winter holidays, we plan to put together a toy drive so we could collect new toys for kids who might not get as many gifts as we do. This is just one of the ways that we can emphasize our theme of kids helping kids. We are eager to kick off our school year as Lloyd Harbor's Student Council officers. We look forward to reporting back on these goals when we present at the board meeting in January. In the meantime, keep your eyes on the district and school websites to see how kids are helping kids at LHS. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. Does the board have any questions?
Are you allowed to tell us what some of your ideas are for the fall festival, or are you holding on to that until your meeting with the PTG?
We're going to wait for the PTG.
Okay, that's fair. We look
Smart.
forward to seeing what you accomplish.
This meeting's recorded, so that's good. Keep it secret.
We'll take a picture with them?
Sure.
Sure. Karen, will take a picture with them? Wait, any other questions?
I have a question. This is for the new president. What do you plan on accomplishing during your first 100 days in office? Mr. President.
Try to help everyone, make everyone feel welcome.
As president of the board, here are my updates to the public. We are pleased to be back for our first board meeting since welcoming students to a new year of school. The halls are once again filled with energy as students have jumped right into their classes, activities, clubs, and sports. In just the first week, we've hosted 2 athletic code of conduct meetings and the annual safe driving presentation for our seniors, helping to ensure a safe and smooth start to the school year. Tonight, we are looking forward to hearing reports from our principals and athletic director, who's not with us tonight, highlighting the many exciting developments across the school. We're also excited to share a key improvement to our campus, the new traffic light at the high school entrance. It is fully operational and already making a noticeable difference. Yes, so exciting. In just the first week, it's improved both safety and efficiency, creating a smoother experience for staff, parents, and students. What was once a daily challenge during peak traffic is now a streamlined process, saving time and reducing stress for our entire school community. We are also delighted to welcome back our exceptional faculty and staff whose dedication and hard work continue to make our schools so excellent. We also thank our administrators for their efforts in ensuring a smooth start to the school year, keeping everything running efficiently from day one. Finally, we thank our families and community members for their continued support. Your partnership is essential, and we look forward to a wonderful year ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Heather. Good evening, members of the Board of Education, students, staff, families, and members of our community. Welcome to the September 9th Board of Education meeting. I come before you tonight filled with excitement as we begin a new school year together. Each September brings with it energy, fresh beginnings, and a renewed quest for knowledge. Already, I've seen students beaming with enthusiasm, whether in classrooms, music rooms, athletic fields, or simply among friends. All the buildings were abuzz with authentic conversations and eagerness to learn and grow. As I enter my 30th year in education, I cannot help but feel a deep sense of optimism about the future. On a personal note, my youngest son just graduated from college, and now both of the little boys my wife and I once held so close are now fine young men working, paying their own bills, thriving, and contributing members to our country. When I walk the halls of our schools here in Cold Spring Harbor, I see the same spark of potential in our students that I saw in my own children. It is a reminder of why we do the work we do and why it matters so much. In just a few minutes, we'll hear from each of our building principals as they share reflections on how the year has begun in our schools. I will share Ms. Bongino's update on the fall sports season as he was called away this evening on a family matter. I'm especially proud of last week when we welcomed our very first UPK kindergarten class to Light Harbor this year, alongside our UPK students at Goose Hill Primary. It was truly heartwarming to see our youngest learners take their very first steps into the Cold Spring Harbor community. Later this week, we'll continue our annual Remembrance of Heroes on September 11th, September 11th, 2001. Our students engage in lessons and conversations about the day and lasting impact. I encourage all who are able to attend the Cold Spring Harbor Fire Department's ceremony Thursday evening, September 11th at 6:45 in the park across from the firehouse. Our student musicians will once again lend their talents to the solemn and meaningful event. At our recent PTG events, a recurring theme has been communication with parents. Families shared thoughtful feedback on how we continue to connect and keep them informed. It is clear that strong, consistent communication is a top priority among our schools. For the PTG meetings still to come, this will remain an important topic, ensuring every parent has a chance to share their perspectives, ask questions as we work together to strengthen our partnership. I'm pleased to report that the new traffic light at the junior senior high school has been a tremendous success, yes. Wait times leaving the campus have been drastically reduced, and most importantly, the intersection is much safer, especially for our new drivers. Having been part of the discussion of this light for nearly 2 decades, I am proud how this board came together and made it happen. Looking ahead, in about a month, our students who travel to Normandy will take part in a civics conference at Nassau Community College titled Civics Through Normandy. They will host a panel discussion, taking questions from audience members while other students participate and learn about the importance of civic engagement. We are so proud of their work, learning not only the history of World War II, but also the lessons of defending democracy against tyranny. I want to again thank the Cold Spring Harbor community for supporting the Remembrance Bowl, the Normandy trip, and Operation Democracy. And a special thanks goes to Ms. Del Carpini and Ms. Wellahan for the leadership in making all these opportunities come true. I also want to take a moment to recognize the Lloyd Harbor students who ran out, I have homework to do, for the thoughtful presentation on opening of school. This is yet another example how we give students opportunities for civic engagement and how leadership, for civic engagement in leadership. Their work was inspiring. Thank you. And now I want to take a moment to address an ongoing contract with our teachers' negotiation team. The district is actively engaged in ongoing conversations with the Teachers Association with the goal of reaching an agreement that is fair, sustainable, and supportive of both our educators, students, and the district as a whole. These discussions remain a priority, and we are committed to working in good faith to ensure a resolution that reflects the dedication of our teachers while maintaining the long-term strength and success of our schools. As we move forward, let's carry with us the excitement and promise of this new year. Thank you all for coming tonight. Please take care of yourself, and if you can, take care of someone else in need. Without further ado, Ms. Cosme, please come on up. You're first.
Can I just say something real quick? Because of this, I was sitting at the stoplight today. I noticed the wonderful plantings in front of our sign, the Cold Spring Harbor sign on at the entrance of the building, and I know Linda Gerber had something to do with that, so I just want to say thank you. It looks lovely. It looks really beautiful. I know, but you put that together, so thank you. Gorgeous.
Ms. Cosme, I jumped the gun. We have a discussion first, so just hold one second. You can stay there. We might be quick. We'll see.
So this is the first discussion section of our agenda. I open the floor to any other discussion items from members of the board. Does anyone else have anything to add before we?
Just had one.
Okay.
I wanted to follow up on, my memory got jogged today when the mail came. I got a letter from the school, 74 cents, 2 sheets of paper. We were going to try to go paperless for items that weren't legally required to be mailed. Is there any update? Because we got to stop doing this if we don't have to.
No, we're definitely working on that. I think it's just beginning of the school year. We were going to, if memory serves me correct, last year, reach out to parents to see who wants and who doesn't want.
Right. When's that happen?
And we'll do that right away. It's just being day 6 of school. We're taking care of some other things. I don't know what the mailing was, but I imagine it was just something that we needed to get out ASAP.
Okay, but that's happening?
Absolutely.
And then did we clarify the legal requirement?
The board has returned. Excuse me? Excuse me? Good evening, everybody. Hi. The board has returned from executive session, and there were no actions taken. Can I have a motion to open the meeting first? Alex, second. Lisa, all in favor? Let us rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Each meeting, we hear from students from different buildings about all the wonderful events going on at their locations. As we begin the 25-26 school year, we are pleased to welcome students from the Lloyd Harbor School.
Good evening, members of the Board of Education. My name is Jack Macaluso, and I am this year's Lloyd Harbor Student Council President. This is Blake Sabatino, the Vice President, Connor Leopard, the Treasurer, and Carter Mullen, the Secretary. We are all very excited for this year. It is going to be amazing. This year's Student Council theme is going to be Kids Helping Kids. Kids Helping Kids is really important because all of us at LHS learn more about kindness and empathy for each other. Over the next few weeks, LHS students will be picking their new class representatives. If you want to run, you will make a speech to your class. After everyone says their speeches, the whole class will vote for 2 people to represent that class. We also have a group of 6th grade ambassadors. These are the other kids who ran for these positions. They will help us find the other representatives by thinking of new ideas and helping us plan different fundraisers. We are looking forward to our first meeting in October so we can start making some official plans. We know it's going to be a great year.
Hello, my name is Connor Leopard. I'm the treasurer for Lloyd Harbor's Student Council. First, I would like to thank you for this opportunity to speak to you tonight. As part of being a student council, my fellow officers and I have the responsibility to help out with LHTV. As many of you know, LHTV is the daily morning news show at Lloyd Harbor School. We share information about events that are going on in school, such as fundraisers, Fun Friday jokes, or Pajama Day. I actually love Pajama Day because I could roll right into school from my bed without even changing. But the only downside, my mom still makes me brush my teeth. In addition to school's updates, we also use the morning to say the Pledge of Allegiance and sing a patriotic song. I'm still new to LHTV, although people from the past student councils taught me a thing or two last year. My fellow officers and I are learning how to use and work the sound check, switch cameras, and scroll the speeches on a teleprompter. I really enjoy doing student council with my friends and getting to spend each morning together on LHTV. When I was younger, I always enjoyed watching LHTV and sometimes going on LHTV to see how everything works. I hope to share the same experience for the younger students who have the same interest in I do in student council.
Hello, I'm Blake Sabatino for the LHS. I'm the LHS Student Council Vice President. I am happy to be here and share all the amazing things coming up at Lloyd Harbor School this year. I'll be telling you about some of the events planned in the upcoming months. We have some great ideas for the Fall Festival that will be on Halloween. We're going to try to ask the PTG if we can help brainstorm ideas for the Fall Festival. We are also looking forward to Back to School Night, so all the parents can meet their child's teachers and we can show them around the school. For Back to School Night, the students in each classroom will have made something for their parents. One fundraiser LHS has had in the past we hope to also have this fall. That's Treats for the Troops collection at Halloween. We will also be having multiple spirit days throughout the year. Each Friday,
I would have to, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head why. I would have to really look into that, Alex.
From my
This-
understanding, it's not like the ACT or the SAT where it's a specific day and the entire country takes it at the same time.
The school chooses, I guess, and
Exactly.
you can choose, I think,
Yeah.
between 2 Saturday dates in October, so it didn't have to be
Uh,
Columbus Day, is that right? And then the other one is, it could be during the school week too, I believe. Is that correct?
So that's an option that we can explore moving forward. Historically speaking, we've been administering it on a Saturday. This year, the College Board gave us 2 days within the window of opportunity in October to administer it. One being October 11th, which is during the Columbus Day or long weekend, and the other one is the 18th, the following Saturday, which conflicts with the ACT.
Okay, so it could,
Good.
I don't, just because I don't know if you're being picked up on recording, I'm going to repeat what you said. So they gave you 2 dates, and one is on a holiday weekend, but the other one would conflict with the ACT. Okay,
Makes sense.
so, but you could look in the looking forward, possibly even to doing it during a school week is a possibility. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Jeanette,
you.
very much.
And then my other second, just quick note, and then I think there's a really positive end to my quick note here, but is just that, and I know our athletic director, our coaches, everyone, the board, our superintendent, everyone cares about girls' sports, but there's been a lot of bumps in the road this fall with some of our girls' sports teams, and I just want to make sure that I'm on record saying that that's a concern for me, that there's been JV football, their part of their season at least was taken away, but JV cheer really wasn't alerted of that. It didn't seem to register that meant girls wouldn't be attending a game that they thought they would be attending. Also, they found out third hand. That's rough for kids who are on a real team, right? There were questions and confusion and concerns around varsity girls tennis tryouts this year, and I believe also JV girls field hockey is sort of collapsing as a program possibly this year because there's not enough kids, and it seems like there just needs to be more thought, maybe making sure that all these girls' teams are properly fielded and that we don't keep adding. I'd asked in a meeting a couple of weeks ago, we were adding another girls' sport for the fall. Like, are we cannibalizing other existing teams? And the answer was no, and now other teams don't have enough girls. So I just want to make sure that we're really focused on all of our sports teams equally, and I don't think that there's any malicious intent, but I am concerned about the female athletes. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Thanks.
No, I think I'll make your announcement. It's important also to know, this says newsflash. Newsflash, our girls varsity tennis team just beat Roslyn for the very first time in many years. Many, many years. So congratulations.
Thank you, Alex.
You're welcome.
Anybody else? All right, so we give the floor back to you.
Roslyn, never heard of them. No.
Yes, Mr. Damboski, okay with that? Yes? You look upset.
You all right, Dan?
Seems okay with that.
You got it?
Good evening. The first day at Goose Hill Primary School was nothing short of magical. Students arrived excited, joyous, and full of curiosity, ready to explore their new school. There were big smiles, eager waves, and just a few butterflies, quickly eased by caring teachers and welcoming classmates. When I asked the students what was their favorite part of the day, their answers came quickly and unanimously. It was recess. While we know there were plenty of other wonderful moments, it was heartwarming and a little humorous to see that the playground won the day. The joy of the first week has been contagious. Through responsive classroom approach, students have been busy building community, creating rules, practicing routines, and setting goals together. Everywhere you look, there are new friendships forming and classrooms buzzing with energy. We also had our first fire drill, which brought out some very thoughtful questions. How loud will it be? And is it okay if I just cover my ears? With reassurance, the children walked outside calmly and safely, proud of themselves to try something new. And this week, our first graders kicked off our morning announcements. Kindergarteners hearing the voices through the speakers for the first time were amazed. They asked me 3 questions. Are you Spider-Man? How did you get to the ceiling to talk through our lights? And do you live up there? Their wonder was a reminder of how new and exciting every detail feels at this age. We hosted our open house August 26 for all families, kindergarten and first graders. Students enjoyed visiting classrooms, meeting teachers, and exploring Goose Hill. Students were especially excited to board a school bus for the first time and make new friends on the playground. Next week, we will host our hopes and dreams and goal settings. Every student and staff member will create their hopes and dreams for the year ahead. This tradition sets the tone for goal setting and inspires a shared vision of success across the school. Tomorrow morning at 9:30, we will host our Welcome Back Parent Tea, and we will also host our Back to School Night. I'm not sure what I was thinking when I scheduled both in the same day. Next week, we will have our Back to School picnic. Thank you to Mr. Joseph Dragon for leading us through all of the building use forms and insurance policies seamlessly. It's a favorite tradition at Goose Hill. Families are invited to gather for this joyful community event. This fall, we are also excited to begin rolling out our new math program, Illustrative Math, giving teachers new ways to strengthen students' mathematical thinking and problem-solving skills. We are also thrilled to welcome several new staff members who bring energy, expertise, and creativity to Goose Hill. If the first day is any indication, this year will be filled with learning, laughter, and meaningful connections. Goose Hill is truly the place where joy and curiosity meet. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. Last Tuesday, we opened the doors of our newly refreshed and beloved Lloyd Harbor School. Newly refreshed to include, but certainly not limited to, new paint, a deep cleaning throughout, several room shifts, and a brand new faculty lounge, thanks to our PTG, facilities crew, and wonderful custodial staff. Our approximately 400 students, plus one newly added UPK classroom, were greeted by our lion mascot, number of parent volunteers, administrators, faculty, and staff. Our students entered as energized and as joyful as I remember them leaving us in June, with a few extra hello, Mrs. Shanahans from our newest and exceptional grade 2. Before I knew it, our daily LHTV live stream broadcast was underway, led by our hiker leaders, whom you heard from a few moments ago. I'm looking forward to their leadership this year, their new ideas, inclusivity of events, and that they will roll out to all of us. Additionally, our staff are also rolling out new LHTV segments this year. PE led Movement Mondays and Fitness Fridays, in addition to our Read Your Way Across the USA, led by our amazing librarian. Speaking of reading, our ongoing focus on student-centered instruction and our infusing literacy into every single lesson has been our behind-the-scenes undercurrent over this past year at LHS. This year, to deepen the curricular work, we've adopted the theme, "The work will teach you how to do it." This mantra not only aligns with our building, district, and Board of Education goals, but it highlights the curricular work our teachers did throughout the summer and will continue throughout the school year, always tweaking, shifting, and adjusting to meet and exceed the needs of all of our students. As our students have spent this past week making connections and settling into their new spaces and routines, the curriculum has begun to unfold. Illustrative math and NeuroNet in grade 2, increased minutes for science and social studies across our grade levels, and adding to the lab time for grades 3 and 4. Grade 5 has welcomed a 5th teacher in order to reduce class sizes. Grades 5 and 6 both delivering, again, the increased time for science and social studies with designated lab days once a week for both grade levels. Yesterday, I was outside the grade 5 lab classroom, and I was overhearing their conversation as they exited and headed back to their regular classroom, and their excitement was infectious, and it really showed us that they are learning to love science, which is so exciting. Additionally, grade 6 classrooms were all shifted into one hallway this year to facilitate and embrace the true spirit of the intro to middle school model and the new 4-way switch between ELA, math, science, and social studies this year. This physical shift was an improvement in the overall functioning of our building, and it was made possible by relocating our creative learning lab to our newly dubbed LHS STEAM wing. So it's now located near our science lab, our art room, and our new STEAM classroom. Our incredible students are currently working with our art and STEAM staff to makerspace our CLL, our new CLL, into their vision and leave a beautiful space behind for students and staff for years to come. And the big news on campus the last couple of days has been, of course, our school musical. The auditions closed today for our fall performance of Cinderella, and I know there will be many 5th and 6th grade sleepless nights coming up here as they anxiously await the casting roster, which will be revealed soon. Lastly, new upgrades are coming to our playground, so stay tuned for that. And I'll leave you with a short and unexpected story that happened at the end of the day today. We had a hockey bus that has graced its presence upon us this year and started today. It was late, which could be disappointing, but it was only the first day and it will only go up from here. But what happened was, as a result, our 5 or 6 6th grade hockey students were sitting on the bench in front of Lloyd Harbor School just waiting for their bus as the entire school dismissed in front of them. And you would have thought we had celebrities among us. The wide-eyed second, third, fourth, even grade level peers as they walked by as the kids are taping their sticks and just managing their equipment, waiting for their bus. And it just reminded me of the new opportunity our 6th graders have and embrace each and every year to be role models, even in the most unexpected of places. And it was such a special moment for me as a principal and for all of our students, and certainly our newest 6th grade role model hockey players as they awaited their bus for pickup today. So I will leave you with that. I'm looking forward to a great year at Lloyd Harbor School. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Good evening, and thank you for allowing me a few moments to share an update on the wonderful opening of the school year at Westside School. It has been a true joy seeing our returning students, and equally exciting, welcoming 10 new Westside Whalers and 10 new faculty members into our small school family as we begin our 236th year in operation. I want to take a moment to recognize the incredible work our teachers and staff did preparing classrooms and setting such a positive tone for our students' return. We were fortunate this year to open under picture-perfect weather with no heat wave to slow us down. And so far, every day has allowed for outdoor recess, which our students have enjoyed tremendously. I also want to thank our central administration and Board of Education for continuing to prioritize safety. This year, we opened with new gates in the airplane wing traffic circle and the bus wing, a new security post, and are working to implement an updated parking pass system, all of which contribute to a safer and smoother school day. Our school-wide theme for September is School Success Month. We're focusing on a few simple but powerful habits that make a big difference for our children. Getting enough sleep, staying organized, eating a healthy breakfast, establishing homework routines, making time for independent reading, and limiting distractions at home. These routines build a strong foundation for learning throughout the year. Teachers have already been diving into instruction while also getting to know their students as scholars. They are using interest surveys, setting goals with students, and focusing on turning areas of need into strength by teaching to where children are while leveraging what they do well. This fall also marks the expansion of our integrated co-teaching program. We now have full-day ICT in grades 4 through 6 and half-day ICT in grades 2 and 3. It has been inspiring to watch our teams implement a variety of teaching models from parallel teaching, station rotations, to alternate teaching and supportive roles, always with the goal of maximizing student learning. Finally, I would like to thank Ms. Maureen Ryan and Ms. Diane Santoro for stepping into the role of the West Side School historians following Mr. Arloff's retirement. Their George Washington reenactment was both fun and engaging, and it reminded us of the rich history that continues to shape our West Side School community. We are looking forward to this Friday's PTG Welcome Back Picnic and hope to see everyone from 4:30 to 6:30. We're off to a strong start, and I wish all of our students, families, and staff a wonderful, successful, and purposeful school year. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for the opportunity to speak. I'd like to start by thanking the board for your continued support and your work this past summer to ensure a smooth start to the school year. But I do have to start by saying thank you to my incredible head custodian, Mr. Matthew Burke, and his entire team, who undertook a utterly Herculean task in turning over the building over the summer months to have it clean. And not only did they have it clean, but they established a new standard of cleanliness in the process, which we are grateful for. I enthusiastically welcome all of our brand new teachers in the district, 19 of whom have already been enrolled in our mentorship program under the guidance of our Assistant Superintendent, Kim Libertini. Out of those 19 teachers, a little more than a third of them are joining the staff at the junior-senior high school. They were secured through an extensive interview process spearheaded by our Assistant Superintendent, Brian Taylor, who kind of jumped right into the fray this summer. The collective efforts reflect our commitment to ensuring that promising new colleagues are identified, quickly acclimated to our teaching community, and most importantly, remain in the Cold Spring Harbor family for years to come. The new teachers in my building alone represent about 9% of my teaching staff. Some might see that as a challenge. I, however, see it as an opportunity and an even greater infusion of new energy and ideas into our classrooms. On August 25th, we welcomed our 7th grade newcomers, newest Seahawks, our 7th grade orientation and barbecue, to ease the transition for approximately 130 new junior high school students. The event was a warm, welcoming atmosphere and a good introduction for the building. 90% of our incoming class joined us and competed in the Amazing Race Seahawks version. Thank you to Mrs. Harmon. Including family members, we were a little over 200 guests to kick off the school year. That's pretty significant. If you think about 130 7th graders on a sunny afternoon in August, laughing with classmates at the barbecue outside, meeting many peers that they are going to grow up with for the next 6 years. We opened the school with a celebration of some important data that reflects the hard work and dedication of the teaching staff, with our advanced placement results reaching new heights. Our passing rate on exams was the highest average in a decade, with over 86% of our exams resulting in scores of 3 or higher, truly a testament to the work that is happening in our classrooms every single day. Also, hot off the presses today, although still embargoed to a certain extent, we were delighted to learn that 2 of our seniors have been named National Merit semifinalists. The embargo to release their names is tomorrow, so we won't be able to announce their names until tomorrow, which we will certainly do. In the co-curricular realm, we started off the school year learning that our debate team has achieved the National Speech and Debate Association charter status. Congratulations to Dr. Michael Andrews and the high school debate team, as this recognition speaks volumes about their dedication and achievement in competitive debate. Procedurally, it was a rather smooth transition. Operationally, our start has been seamless. Scheduling, transportation, and building routines all fell into place as planned. I don't know if everybody knows, but there's a new traffic light at the junior-senior high school that has eased the purgatory of exiting the property.
A traffic light?
Which has been, I think, a welcome change, I'll say, to the junior-senior high school. The energy of our student body has been phenomenal, and after the waning weeks of the summer, being in a building without students and preparing for students, I can honestly tell you there is no energy like the first week back with our kids. I will also say there is no tired like the first Friday of the school year tired as a result of that energy, but hearing those voices and feeling that energy back in the building are a welcome change. Our instructional staff are working hard to help our students acclimate to the building, many spending the first week out in the hallways between classes, answering questions, and calming nerves for some of our newest Seahawks. In the classrooms, the staff have jumped in with both feet, teaching with confidence, an excellent example of the crucial role that our instructional staff plays in setting a positive tone. An early area of focus for some of our junior high school students and even our 9th grade students transitioning are focusing on academic routines. With strong routines already forming in classrooms, our academic culture is clearly on the right trajectory. The idea of promoting, maintaining, and achieving our commitment to excellence, belonging, and opportunity are at the center of everything we are focusing on for this year. It helps our students see the things that come alive this month and set the foundation for their success. We have the many exciting opportunities to celebrate on the horizon with our back-to-school nights in the next 2 weeks, academic and athletic excellence to celebrate for sure, and hallmark community events such as homecoming. It truly is an exciting time to be a Cold Spring Harbor Seahawk. Everything we are doing is about making sure that every student feels known, challenged, and supported. That has been the story of the opening week of the school year, and it will be the story of the school year moving forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and I'm going to stand in for Mr. Bongino. Mr. Magino is very excited for another outstanding year at Cold Spring Harbor Athletics and to continue a tradition of excellence that our community has enjoyed for more than a decade. One of the accomplishments we are especially proud of is that all of our varsity teams earned the New York State Scholar Athlete honor, a true reflection of hard work and dedication of our student athletes both on the field and in the classroom. The new season officially kicked off on August 18th with high school football, followed up by all other high school sports on August 25th. Our junior high teams began practice on September 2nd. This fall, we have approximately 150 students participating at the junior high level and 348 students at the high school level. In addition, 20 students are registered for rowing and 52 students for ice hockey, with registration for hockey still open given the different season dates. Overall, nearly 78% of our students participate in athletics, an incredible number that speaks to the strength of our programs. Each year is inspiring to watch our student athletes train, compete, and grow as individuals and as teams. While every season brings its own unique challenges, the commitment to our athletes, coaches, parents, and community continues to make Cold Spring Harbor Athletics a model of success. This year, Ms. Bongino also hosted 2 Code of Conduct evening events on September 2nd and September 8th. Beyond outlining expectations, he emphasized the importance of a growth mindset and the theme of handle hard well, a message that resonates both in athletics and in life. Competition is now underway at the high school level, and junior high teams have begun their games, meets, and matches next week. It has already been an exciting start, highlighted by a great opening night under the Friday night lights, where Seahawk football defeated their opponent 25-14. For updates and highlights, families and community members are encouraged to follow athletics on social media at CSH Athletics and at CSH Booster Club, as well as the team accounts created by many of our individual sports. Looking ahead, we're excited to celebrate homecoming on October 17th. The football game will begin at 7 p.m. with festivities for the community starting at 5. Spirit Week will officially kick off on October 8th with our traditional pasta night at the high school cafeteria at 6 p.m., where the varsity fall teams and classes will create banners and come together in celebration. And believe it or not, preparation for the winter sports are already underway. Winter Junior High 1 sports begin on November 3rd, while high school winter sports begin on November 17th. Registration information for these programs will be shared with families at the end of this month. We're looking forward to another exciting year of athletics and hope to see our community cheering us on, our teams, and at games, matches, and meets throughout the school year. Let's go Seahawks.
Thank you, Joe. We now move to committee reports and the work that's occurred since our last board meeting. I have been told there has not been any committee meetings since our August meeting. So we're going to move on here to our first audience to visitors. The Cold Spring Harbor Board of Education and Administration welcome your attendance at Board of Education meetings. Audience to the public affords residents an opportunity to address the Board of Education on both agenda and non-agenda items. Each resident is allowed to speak for 3 minutes. This is not the forum to discuss student or staff-specific issues. Please contact the district separately on these matters. Could you please come to the podium? Thank you.
My name is Daniel Carpin. I've been a resident of the district for 70 years. I live at 3 Harbor Hill Drive, and I went to Lloyd Harbor School. In going through the belongings in my house, I found this banner from, I believe, 1959, 1961. And it's being given to the school district to put in its memories cabinet, wherever you want to
Thank you.
hang it up.
Thank you, Daniel, very much.
How cool is that?
Mr. Carpin, can we take a picture with you?
Sure.
How cool is that?
How about we all
And they were called the Lloyd Harbor Hawks. Ralph Whitney was athletic director and coach and taught physical ed.
Like the guy in the field house.
Surprise.
Cool. Neat. To Carissa.
Don't lose it.
Would anybody else like to come speak this evening? Yeah, it's a hard act to follow. All
Unless you
right.
want to give us something else.
All right. So now we will move on to our approval of the minutes on page 2 of the agenda. We first have the July 15, 2025 minutes. Alex, Mark, and Bill, you were absent, so you would abstain. Could I have a first? Lisa, a second? Kate, all in favor? Okay. The July 31st, 2025 minutes, Alex, Heather, and Bill were absent. Could I have a first? Bruce, a second? Kate, all in favor? August 19th, 2025 minutes, Kate and Bruce were absent. May I have a first? Alex, a second? Lisa, any questions? All in favor? Lastly, we have the August 28, 2025 minutes. Mark, Bruce, and Bill were absent. May I have a first? Lisa, a second? Alex, any questions? All in favor? We will now move to the personnel recommendations of the superintendent. We will take the termination on page 2. May I have a first? Kate, a second? Bruce, any questions? All in favor? We will now take all appointments on page 2 through 10 as a slate. Can I have a first? Lisa, a second? Kate, any questions? All in favor? We now move to business recommendations. We will take donations, change orders, budget transfers, claims auditor reports on pages 11 to 13 as a slate. Okay. May I have a first? Alex, a second? Bruce, any questions? All, okay.
On the change orders, these are, Mr. D, the allowance is being returned,
Yes, sir, that's correct.
and we now have a policy, I guess several months old, that any allowances taken have to be approved by someone in the district, correct? Is that you, or?
Yes, the practice will be going forward that any changes made to a contract will be approved by the Board of Education in advance when possible, and if not possible, we'll consult with you and explain why it's not possible. For example, if we open up a wall and we find an asbestos-wrapped pipe, and that pipe will prevent the project from being completed in a timely way, and the next board meeting is not for a month, we will consult with you and decide to move ahead, keeping the project moving, but giving you the information about the change order so that you will know when it appears on the agenda exactly what it was for and why it was necessary to do it prior to board approval.
But have allowances come to your desk where you've approved them?
No. These allowances are coming directly to the board. I have not seen these allowances prior to this board meeting.
So, but these are
excuse me,
returns, though.
No expenditures
Right.
from allowances have come to my desk.
For approval.
Correct.
So these are the full return of the allowances.
Of whatever was left after the work was done up until July 7th, 2025.
So no, I think for clarification, you're saying was the full allowance returned to them or not? Some of these are projects that started as long as 3 years ago.
Right.
So some of these, there were allowances set before that practice of everything having to go through us was a requirement.
Yeah, I was just checking
No,
to see
understood.
if anybody has asked for us to grant an allowance, because this month we got another almost $72,000
Mhm.
back. And Ms. Costa once ran a report for us. In the last 15 years, we had hardly any allowances returned, and now we're getting every month allowances back. So.
Well, that's probably because the timing of the bond was 2019. The capital reserve project was 24-25. So 23-24. So what's happening now is the projects are being closed out.
Right.
The work has been completed. There's money left in the contracts.
Right.
And we're coming to you and saying, here's $71,000 back in the capital fund for the board to decide what other projects they'd like to do with that.
But for the past 15 years.
Right,
there's
Mark,
been
we
work.
agree that we think you weren't here, but we think it's because we dove into the numbers and looked, and we're wondering why we never got those allowances back. And then all of a sudden, they started coming back.
When we started asking why
Yeah.
things were so
Yeah.
expensive, all
Joe,
of a
have
sudden
you
money
s-
started coming back, which is
I,
great.
I,
you
thought,
seen-
I thought it was just me. I
Well,
thought,
yeah,
But in
You're
your
intimidating.
career, have you seen, have
Uh,
you seen boards or districts get back these huge amounts?
No.
No.
I have not. Because allowances are designed for unforeseen conditions
Right.
and expended to cover those conditions. Often, an architect makes a pretty good estimate of what he might uncover.
That's funny,
And
because
so
we don't really see
therefore-
estimates. So I
And
wouldn't know.
therefore, the allowances are fully expended. But this is unusual that we're getting this much money back.
I mean, every board meeting, it seems that we're
We've been
getting
getting a
that
lot,
money.
yep.
Right.
We sh-
It's adding up.
As
And
soon as we started asking
for
questions.
the last 14 years she ran a report, we hardly got any allowances. And that means they were taking the full allowance on every job by every trade. So, and that would mean mathematically it'd be almost impossible, because you would have to have the exact amount of overage to that penny, to that trade. So if all 4 allowances are taken to the max, math as well as anyone in here, that's impossible, that the overage would be exactly the amount of the allowance on every job.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know, I can't speak
Well,
to what
yeah, you
happened
weren't here,
before
but
July 8th.
some of it was done
but-
without a change order, too.
Yeah, yep.
Anyway, so it's good to get the money back, and I was just curious to see if anybody came to the district on a job to say, we had an overage, there has been no overages in work?
Not that have been brought to my attention, no.
Okay.
That's correct.
Nope.
And none to you?
No, none to
Mr.
me.
Okay.
And I think within the first day of Joe coming on, we talked about that as our policy.
All right, thank you very much.
Pretty good. Any other questions? All in favor? We will now take additional business matters on pages 13 through 15 as a slate. Can I have a first? Alex, a second. Lisa, any questions? All in favor? We move to special education reports. We will take CSE, CPSE on pages 15 through 16 as slate. Can I have a first? Kate, second. Bruce, any questions? All in favor? We now move to other matters on page 16 as a slate. May I have a first? Alex, a second. Bruce, any questions? Lisa?
This Disney trip looks really exciting. I was wondering if Mrs. Oswald and Mr. Guarini could talk a little bit about. It looks like it's for the music and art departments.
Look, we had him positioned right at the microphone. What the coincidence of that we had him.
Oh.
We knew.
So you have an extra
That's
ticket.
good.
It sounds like Lisa wants to
We need chaperones.
Yeah.
Lisa, you coming?
So I am very proud to say this would be my third trip. It is a very special opportunity that our students are able to embark on, and this would be the first time that our art students would be able to attend and have workshops with the Disney staff, and really, we're very excited. Some of the things that have happened in the past, it is honestly the most exhausting 4 days of your life. Your children will sleep very well. It is packed. We plan to be in the air at 6 a.m., and from the second that we get there, we are going and performing and workshopping your children. And it is a moment that arts kids get to stand tall and appreciate one another and learn from one of the most magical places. And I will tell you a quick story. I sat in on the chorus session the last time we were there, and I had seen the woman who was the facilitator of the workshop perform earlier in the day. So the kids got to see her, and this just very witty and robust voice, and then came into a very approachable setting and said to the kids that she had been working for Disney for 30 years, and she had her family, and she would just go to the park and do what she needed to do and go home to her family. It just gave her an opportunity to be a family person and an artist. So it was just one of those things. I felt like that was the time and the place for kids to hear that, and I'm excited that the arts kids will be able to do that too this time. So, did you want to say something?
First and foremost, I'd just like to say a great deal of thanks goes out to everyone on the leadership team, especially our new Assistant Superintendent, Ms. Kim Libertini, our new Business Director, Mr. Dragone, Mr. Monastero, for all the teaming that went into place this week to get this here tonight for our students in Cold Spring Harbor. It was a lot of collaboration, a lot of cooperation, so hats off to everybody. This is an incredibly exciting opportunity for our students. This is a world-class performance opportunity and a pre-professional opportunity for our students to see some of their career paths in the music industry. Some of our performing groups are going to have the opportunity to not only work with soundtrack sessions with some of the Disney Imagineers, where they're going to get to practice using state-of-the-art technology to score live reels of Disney animated footage, but also perform on one of the biggest stages in the world, right down at Disney Springs. And it is truly an immersive experience for these students, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity sometimes where they will get to build memories that will last forever. This is one of the greatest things about this, is that these are the memories that some of these students will treasure many, many years into their future. And it's a wonderful team-building experience. It's a wonderful opportunity for our students to create relationships with their classmates and peers. And just a terrific promotion for Cold Spring Harbor to bring our talents on the road and to show the world what we can do. So we're very excited to do this, and we're very excited for the opportunity. I think we have the right people in place to make it a successful trip. And we're going to work very hard to make sure that it is a safe and well-supervised and well-attended and successful trip. So thank you very much for the opportunity.
Great.
Thank you, Jim and Christine.
And last thing, I will take pictures of all of your children at every major stop that we do. So navigating 150 children to stand in front of a guitar, we do it, and we do it very well. And the kids, I was looking at pictures today, and it's just one of those things where maybe kids weren't super friendly with somebody that was on the trip, but by the end of the trip, they are. So we're
That's
very
great.
excited. So thank you.
Thank you.
Joe, do you have something to?
Yeah, if I
High school students. High school students.
No, I think it's 10 to 12. Art is 10 to 12. And music is
no.
9 to 12.
And it runs every 3 years or
3
4
to
years?
40? COVID.
was the previous
So it's 4 years. Okay.
If I
Joe.
could, Jim said that he thanked all the members of the team. I want to reflect back. Jim Guarini and Chrissy Oswald worked so hard on this because the contract that we're approving tonight needs a rider to it, which was written for us by our attorneys. It is now sitting with Custom Tours. So you're going to approve this contract tonight pending receipt of an executed rider, which was prepared by our attorneys. We have every reason to believe that Custom Tours is going to agree to the rider because they've agreed to this rider in other school districts in exactly the same form. But we wanted to get this off the ground so that Jim and Chris can meet with parents and talk about fundraising and et cetera, et cetera. So your approval of this contract tonight will get them going, but we're going to hold back the contract, Heather, until such time as we get the rider executed, and then you can sign both agreements.
Okay.
All right?
Sounds like a plan.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks. Any other questions? No? All right. All in favor? Okay. We have a resolution to walk on this evening. Can I have a motion to walk on this resolution? A first? Kate, a second? Alex, any questions? All in favor? Okay. I'm going to read the resolution. Be it hereby resolved that Dr. Alexander Sasha Barty be approved to serve as a medical inspector for the Board of Education of the Cold Spring Harbor Central School District pursuant to Education Law 913, and be it further resolved that pursuant to Section 913 of the Education Law, the individual referred to in the confidential attachment A is directed to report for a medical examination in order to determine the capacity of such person to perform his/her duties as an employee of the Cold Spring Harbor Central School District. The said medical examination to be before Dr. Alexander Sasha Barty at his office located at 303 Fifth Avenue, Suite 403, New York, New York, 10016, a location to be alternately designated by Dr. Barty located within the geographical jurisdiction of Nassau or Suffolk County via telehealth communication, and at such other times as shall be deemed necessary to complete said evaluation, and be it further resolved that said individual is directed to produce at said medical examination any and all medical records related to the present state of his/her health. All right. May I have a first? Kate, a second. Lisa, any questions? All in favor? The agenda includes financial reports on pages 16 through 17, and these reports are for informational purposes. No vote is necessary. If needed, Mr. Dragone will answer any questions from the Board of Education and public. Feel free to call his office. We now continued with our second audience to visitors. Would anyone like to come up and speak? Okay. This is now the second discussion section of our agenda. I open the floor to any other discussion items from members of the Board of Education. No takers? All right. Can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? Oh, sorry.
To walk on another item, I thought we
Just the one.
No, the tax levy was on the agenda. You approved that. That's what we just did. That was the.
Oh, that wasn't clear to me. That's
Okay.
I didn't follow that.
That's all right. That's okay. All right. Can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? Bruce?
Yeah, that was.
A second? Lisa?
I'm gonna keep mine way back.
Any questions? All in favor? All right.
Thank you, everyone.